I began assembling a force multiplying mechanism made up of armed private citizens scattered all over Lincoln County, New Mexico. A force multiplying mechanism that I can call upon if I need to ring that bell.
And they go out on their own and they do their own thing because the sheriff is out there deputizing his buddies.
And I can promise you this, that as long as I occupy the office of Lincoln County Sheriff in New Mexico, I am going to continue to build upon that occupying force.
I'm going to continue to build upon that occupying force.
Yeah, he said he works for Mike Wood, but he has no police powers. I don't understand what all that means. He's got a badge.
He sure does have police lights in his personal car. Well, he did give us a special deputy card.
Mike Wood, sheriff of Lincoln County, New Mexico, went live on the department's Facebook page to brag about creating a secret, armed, occupying force that he has full and total control over in Lincoln County. The armed occupying force, as he calls it, is to operate in total secrecy and answer only to him. And he has arbitrarily decided that the identities and operations of these secret military members are not subject to public records requests.
Good Friday morning, Lincoln County, New Mexico. Michael Wood, your Lincoln County Sheriff here. Over the last couple of years, it is rare that the topic of our security does not come up. Our federal and state governments are doing absolutely nothing to protect us from that, doing nothing to ensure our safety and security. A lot of them are perpetuating the deterioration of our safety and security for personal and political purposes. Thank God for us. Thank God for we, the people. We are an armed society. That's what makes us the strongest in the world. Well, I got news for you folks, and you know who I'm talking to. What we have in our gun safes and what we carry on our persons to defend ourselves, our families in this country, is none of your damn business.
Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, how can I help you?
He made a Facebook video saying that it's none of the government's business what guns we have on our in our safe or what guns we carry on our person. And I couldn't agree with him more, so I was wondering why his deputies search me for weapons every time I come in the building.
Okay, I do not know the answer to that, so I will refer you to him.
Sure.
And have him give you a call back.
And that does sound a little hypocritical, though, doesn't it?
I don't know, sir. So the name was Grande Johnson?
That's correct, yes.
Your job is to defend our right to have anything we want in our gun safe. Your job is to defend our right to carry anything on our persons that we may feel necessary to defend ourselves, our families, and this country.
So I was wondering why his deputies search me for weapons every time I come in the building.
That's your job. Do your job. Do your job or get out. I will read to you the law in terms of authority that you vested in me as the citizens of this county. Any sheriff is hereby authorized at any time to appoint respectable and orderly persons as special deputies to serve any particular order, writ, or process, or when in the opinion of any sheriff, the appointment of special deputies is necessary and required for the purpose of preserving the peace. That's law. Now I will tell you, it's time you know, over about the last year or so, I recognized the need to start doing just that. I began assembling a force multiplying mechanism made up of armed private citizens scattered all over Lincoln County, New Mexico. A force multiplying mechanism that I can call upon if I need to ring that bell. And I can promise you this, that as long as I occupy the office of Lincoln County Sheriff in New Mexico, I am going to continue to build upon that occupying force. So I'll leave you with this message. There are some things in the works that are going on to ensure our safety and security in Lincoln County, New Mexico.
So I submitted an open records request to Mike Wood. I said, hey, Mike, I would like copies of all records containing the names of all individuals that are not certified police officers that have been given an oath of office by your agency or taken an oath of office from your agency or have otherwise been sworn into act as special deputies of your agency. I would also like copies of all training materials and certifications related to the so-called special deputies within your agency. Thanks. Mike responded, these individuals provide me with confidential information, and as such, their identities cannot be disclosed. I responded, I'm looking through all the statutes, and I don't see the one that says you can hide the identities of anyone who has taken an oath of office for any reason. Everything I'm seeing says that it is public record. Can you point me to the law that says you can withhold the identities of sworn public servants? Or is it not necessarily codified and just something that you're choosing to do on your own despite the law? Realjamesfreeman. I then said, since I already have the identities and documents for multiple, quote, special deputies that you have appointed.
Special Officer Doofy.
Oh, hi, Doofy. Oh, is that true?
Yeah, I forgot to swallow.
Which I obtained through other avenues, I'd like to know if I'm allowed to publish those, or if I'm required to keep that information secret from the public also. I wouldn't want to accidentally publish anything about your secret works, or things that you had intended to keep in the darkness and shadows. Please let me know ASAP, as I intend to publish tomorrow unless I'm directed otherwise. Realjamesfreeman. But apparently, Mike forgot to tell his special deputies that they were super duper undercover. They were already out breaking the law, putting illegal red and blue lights in their personal vehicles and flashing their special credentials to real cops.
Yeah, he said he works for Mike Wood, but he has no police powers. I don't understand what all that means. He's got a badge.
Yeah. It's basically like you said, like a mountain patrol.
Okay.
Like he goes out and helps out, but he drives in a car on his own. He has police lights actually in that
I
truck.
saw that. That's why I asked him. I said, you a cop? Or who do you work for? And he said, that's what they told me.
And mountain patrol is not supposed to, as far as I know, do they go on their own? Or
No.
do they have people with them?
You got to be with the state. Or with an officer.
Yeah. And they go out on their own and they do their own thing because the sheriff is out there deputizing his buddies.
Out of New Mexico, 046 610 865.
Return to a Jeffrey Boy showing valid, -29.
Damn, thanks.
What are you signing for?
Not yielding the right of way.
Yes, failure to yield to the right of way because he cut off some cars turning onto Bridge Canyon. But he's not doing his police duties or deputy duties right now. But he sure does have police lights in his personal car. Well, he did give us a special deputy card. He says that he does work for the sheriff, but he has no police powers. Yeah. And then Corey asked him if he was like the mounted patrol, and he said he didn't really know. He doesn't collect the paychecks so far as I'm concerned, but he has a commission card and a badge. I definitely don't want him to be like, well, Patrolman Hernandez and Patrolman Corey were over here freaking taking my deputy's badges from them on Facebook and all this nonsense. Because, I mean, he did give it to him with his ID. Although he did say that he had no police powers, but he does work for the sheriff.
I forgot to tell you, do you know your trailer's not registered?
It's never been registered. I didn't even come with the title.
Well, you gotta have it registered to go up and down the highway. Okay, so are you still living on Highway 380?
I am.
Okay. How long you been out there now?
About 10 years.
I dang. Good while. Where'd you come from?
Artesia.
Artesia.
I've been in Realjamesfreeman for about 15, in the area for 15 years, but I've been.
Oh, that's cool. Now, do you get your mail at on 380?
No.
What is it?
P.O. Box 4305, Realjamesfreeman, 88355.
Okay, here's that. Okay, sir. I'm not going to write you for that registration on that trailer, but I am going to ask you to get it. Okay?
I'll get it.
If I catch you out again, I will write you a citation
What's
for
your
it.
name, Corey?
Corey Creighton.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, on this citation, you have two options. Let's see here.
I'll see the judge, man.
Okay, that's cool. It'll be over here on Cree Meadows.
Yep.
There, write this down for you. What I'm going to do is give you a court date of August 7th.
I showed up to court on August 7th to try to meet up with super secret special deputy Jeffrey Foy to ask him what kind of super special strong powers the sheriff gave him. but he had chosen to pay the ticket instead of coming to court.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security,
It is rare that the topic of our security does not come up.
will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment.
As long as I occupy the office of Lincoln County Sheriff in New Mexico, I am going to continue to build upon that occupying force.
I'm going to continue to build upon that occupying force.